Welcome back. In a city as diverse and dynamic as New York, fostering economic opportunity and supporting local entrepreneurs can make all the difference for underserved communities. From mobilizing top tier professionals to empowering minority and women owned businesses, NYPACE has been creating meaningful change since 2002. Joining us to tell us more is NYPACE's Senior Program Manager, Lynda Correa, and Entrepreneur Recruitment Relationships Senior Program Manager, Rasheeda Frazier. Thank you both so much for joining me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, how does NYPACE flagship program differ from traditional entrepreneurship initiatives in New York City?
Oh, that is such a beautiful and lovely question, and I love answering it. We differ because we decide on doing it a little different. Most of the models are classroom based, and NYPACE decided that it wanted to really touch upon the entrepreneur itself, giving it bespoke, um, one to one bespoke, just hands on help that it needed for its business. So when you think about some of these other amazing platforms that they have out here that are helping entrepreneurs, um, they're in group settings, which we do have a group setting model because we do it in a cohort style. But we differentiate ourselves because even within that cohort, each individual entrepreneur is then paired with their own team of advisors. And that gives them 8 weeks of amazing hands on one specific help that is key to their individual business. So it's not general, it's very tailored.
Now, how does the 8 week program, how has it impact local entrepreneurs and what has that response been like?
Oh, it's been amazing. The entrepreneurs that we have come through our program have all been just really dynamic in scope and industry, and we get a lot of feedback. We recently received a few emails from some of the entrepreneurs who came through our program, and they tout words and phrases like, "You've helped me so much gain focus on understanding my financials. I was able to now navigate the government contracting space, and we're closing on deals because I was able to update my pitch deck and update my ability to respond correctly to RFPs. My operations began to flow better because I was able to get more of a strategic plan and tighten up the plan that I have. And now my business is growing exponentially in the realm of client acquisition as well as revenue generation. So many different ways in which we have impacted the entrepreneurs that have come through our network. It's really good. And we're really excited every time we get these feedback emails and or phone calls from the entrepreneurs just thanking us for the 8 weeks, thanking us for the post 8 week connection, and sustaining them through our workshops and different things that we do to give them resources, information, and then, of course, again, that specialized one on one help. So it really does make a difference, and our entrepreneurs are thriving.
Now, why is it important for NYPACE to focus on minority and women entrepreneurs?
Um, Minority and women entrepreneurs focus there. That's our focus because they are underserved, right? When you think about the landscape of business and you think about the landscape of what access is out there, women owned businesses as well as minority owned businesses have the least access to information, to resources, to things that allow them to thrive and really grow within the entrepreneurial landscape. So it's important for us, not only for women, but for all minorities across the landscape of New York, because we have men, we have Asian, we have Latina, we have, um, you know, African American. It really is that melting pot of diversity that we look to seek to help to grow within their businesses. Again, lack of access, lack of information, usually within a lot of these underrepresented areas. We don't see the same resources as we see in other areas. And we just know that diversity is such a great, a powerful, is a great addition to the world and to job creation, small businesses on a whole. it's that's the most beautiful thing to see within our neighborhoods and within our communities, businesses that create value and impact. And a lot of it is the people who actually live in the neighborhoods. So that's why it's important.
And for my next question, definitely both of you feel free to answer this one. But what were some of the challenges that you may have seen entrepreneurs come in with, or what were some of the things that they discussed that they had some concerns with?
Right. So everyone who comes to NYPACE wants to make more money. And whether that be because they're acquiring new customers, reviewing the profitability, acquiring new business lines. So everyone starts there. We want to make more money. Some of the most popular projects that we've seen this year are through profitability analysis. So they'll have a menu of services and they'll say, I don't actually know how much of this money is worth the effort that I'm putting into. So, actually, one of the most impactful, empowering things that our advisors are able to give our entrepreneurs is the opportunity and the education to say no to opportunities. Because as an entrepreneur, you're often looking to take any opportunity that you can get. You want business, but oftentimes you are not actually making a lot of money with different types of business proposals. So, through a profitability analysis, our entrepreneurs are empowered and are able to walk away and say yes or no to business opportunities with confidence.
Now, what qualifications or criteria do entrepreneurs need to meet to participate in NYPACE's programs?
So we do look for what we call growth ready entrepreneurs. And simply that means that you have been in business for at least a year or two, that you are generating revenues of at anywhere from 50 to 75K annually. And you are looking for very curated help to be able to thrive and grow in your business. You also need to be New York based because we are a New York based organization, so 5 boroughs and statewide, but you have to be a New York based business. And you really just need to be hungry for what it is that we have. We do have an assessment to make sure that your business is something that we can work with because we do realize that we cannot do it all, right? So one of the things that we do within that assessment, Linda and I, is assess our ability to help you with your issue. Some issues are maybe too big, some issues may not. We may not have the resources, but in NY Pace, but we can then refer out. So those are kind of the qualifications, and we dig deeper, right? But just as a general overview.
Now, I want to talk about the info sessions just because I know that the world of business, especially small business, can be a little overwhelming for a lot of people. So, when they are interested in learning a little bit more and how they can succeed in this field, what do they gain when they attend the info sessions?
They gain a very thorough knowledge about what NYPACE is and what the program is about. And I'm also going to give Linda an opportunity to speak on this as well because she does info sessions as well, not just with me for entrepreneurs, but also for advisors.
Yeah, so for whether it be for advisors or entrepreneurs, the goal of an info session is to determine if our program is the right fit for you. For advisors, you come in learning, okay, what's the time commitment and is it something that I can actually help contribute to? For entrepreneurs, it could be the same. Is this 8 week program going to be worth my time? And that's really the goal that of the info session to let them know how they can succeed with this program. And maybe if it's not the right time for a specific cohort, maybe they can come back a different time. So truly the goal of the info session is just to provide information enough so that everyone applying to the program can make a well-informed decision.
Now, what are the key milestones entrepreneurs typically achieve during the 8 week flagship program?
So during the program, they are really solving, as Rashida said, that one business challenge that we agreed on at the very beginning. Other types of milestones, really one of the biggest ones that is sort of is really underrated is that we often hear entrepreneurs say that they don't have people around them to discuss uh, their business with. So sometimes an advisor will ask a question and an entrepreneur will say, I've actually never have had to think about that. So I need to think about how this is going to apply to my business. So the milestones are typically self discovery in that sense with
Mhm.
entrepreneurs. And then they go through that empowerment phase of, okay, I know how to act more confidently, make decisions with more confidence uh, with some of the information that I learned here. And then the goal is at the end of the 8 week program, they actually walk away with something in hand to say and to be able to start implementing into their business right away.
Now, can you tell me a little bit more about the collaborative effort between advisors and entrepreneurs, and how do they create, actionable solutions?
So the advisors, we typically have 3 to 4 advisors per entrepreneurship team. So together, there is a typical information gathering phase within the first 2 weeks. Then the advisors turn around and start working on the problem. So, say for example, where we're looking at a profitability analysis, the first 2 weeks are really the advisors are really just trying to understand what the entrepreneur is doing, how much each task. How much time each task takes for them to do, what types of contracts do they typically get, what type of contracts
Mhm.
would they like to be getting. And from there, the next 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks are really spent working on the profitability analysis or working on whatever the project is. At that point, the entrepreneur has the ability to already start implementing some of the changes that the advisors are giving if it's a live model that they can implement right away, and then gather more feedback. Or if not, then they are able to contribute to say, I there's no way I would typically there's no way I would go about doing this. Maybe let's make a tweak here. So that at that stage becomes really collaborative. At the end, of course, the goal is that the entrepreneur has been working with the product enough so that they don't feel like so that they feel like they know how to use it when they're done. So it really is a collaborative process. But as I mentioned earlier, that first thinking time is really important to the entrepreneur because they often don't have a team of really intelligent and really caring individuals who want to help them with their business for free. So that for free part is really important to our
Mhm.
entrepreneurs.
Now, what role do volunteers play, within the entire program, and how do they contribute to the mission?
NYPACE starts for New York Professional Advisors for Community Entrepreneurs. So really, they are here for the entrepreneurs. Advisors make the whole program run. We look for individuals who want to contribute to the community and see the businesses around them succeed. So they really are make the whole program run.
And are there any specific skills that NYPACE looks for in volunteer advisors?
We welcome advisors. NYPACE welcomes advisors with all different skill sets to apply to our program. The main requirement is that you have to want to give back. It is a community-based program. It is a cohort-based model. So we want to make sure that you are willing to, you are an impact-driven individual and you want to help others succeed. That is the core requirement of what you have to do. In terms of skill sets, we take all skills. We have people with masters in engineering applying. We have people who are a few years out of college who have been working as an analyst at a private equity firm. We have people who are managing directors at consulting firms. Really, everyone has an opportunity to contribute. And that's what really makes this program special because we do match advisors' skills and backgrounds directly to the project that they are trying to help on.
Now, for this next question, I'd love to hear from both of you. What's some advice you would give to somebody who is looking to join the program?
Oh, you wanna go first, Linda?
Yeah, for advisors, I would say if you have it in your heart to give back to your community and to use the skills that you have in your day job, to use those skills to build community, then definitely apply. You have the time. It is about 2 to 4. It is about a 2 hour commitment per week, and you really do get to network and to build relationships with people in your community. So definitely apply.
And for entrepreneurs, I would say my advice to you is tap in. Tap into NY Pace to truly see who we are, what we're about, and how we can help you. There are a lot of things out here that we need to do as entrepreneurs. And a lot of us are doing it by ourselves. We're solopreneurs. We're just starting out with getting teams. We're trying to figure out how to be in the business, run the business, make the money, make the product, provide the service. And sometimes we just need that little extra help to push us to the next level, to really streamline and focus us and to get us right. And NYPACE is an amazing program that can help most entrepreneurs do just that. So my advice is tap in, follow us online, um, sign up for our newsletter, sign up to get into our leads database so that we can send you emails so that you can know when we have upcoming info sessions and then join, right? Join us on those info sessions. Learn, 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 learn. And I promise you, 9 out of 10 people who will come and hear about it will fill out an application.
Now, what are your goals for the 2025 programming cycle?
So the 2025 programming cycle is to touch more, right? Our goal is to touch more entrepreneurs within the ecosystem. We want to get as many entrepreneurs as possible this year that over our last year goal to be able to create that value and that impact, to be able to help them with those key strategies that they're working on to really develop and grow their business. And at present, we are developing, as a team, we're developing a cohesive soon to be rolled out plan that will include more than the 8 weeks. So that this way there are touch points for them throughout the year, and we're providing as many valuable resources, knowledge, and education as we can.
And Linda, did you want to expand on that?
Just really to restate that our goal for 2025 is to be even more involved in the community. One of the things that we particularly enjoy is hiring our entrepreneurs to help other entrepreneurs in our cycle. For example, we hired an entrepreneur who went through our program. He's a CPA, has a small an accounting firm, and he has taught workshops to our entrepreneurs about how to manage various accounting software. So our goal is to continuously cycle through our community entrepreneurs and to really build that stronger impact.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both so much for joining us and, kind of sharing your organization's strategy to help so many people in New York City. So, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having us.
We have to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.